Welcome back, makers. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jeanette Frye. I am the owner and maker of JeBelle Sheek. So for today's video, I thought I would show you guys how I created this celestial kind of moon vibe tumbler using some really cool vinyl that I got from a new supplier, and I will link that in the link below, and also using the power wash technique. I am really excited about this tumbler. Once again, I did not have a clear plan as to how I was going to create this tumbler, but you guys, that's the fun of tumbler making. Just dive right in and make it happen. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. So once again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And at the end of this video, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. So you guys, if you want to see me create this really fun new tumbler, stick around. So I think that is enough for me. Let's get into the video. Let's go. All right, makers, let's go ahead and get started. I am starting with a fully prepped and sanded tumbler. This is a 20 straight by the Stainless Steel Depot. I'm really loving their tumblers. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this tumbler, we are going to be using a piece of this pretty boho vinyl I got from the Risky Tumbler. You guys, if you have not checked out her site, please check it out. She has a whole lot of just awesome patterns. I bought a ton of them, and I'm just really excited to use them on some tutorials. So what I did is just went ahead and just cut a a triangle piece, and we're gonna apply this to the tumbler. And once again, I did write the Risky Tumbler on the top, on the back, so I know why I got this vinyl, you guys. So I'm getting better. I'm getting better. All right, so since I want my vinyl to end at the bottom, of course I have my little line here because I do not tape off the top and the bottom of my tumblers. I mean, I do not go all the way to the top. So I'm just gonna start my vinyl here, and I'm just going to pull a little bit of it back, and I'm just going to simply just follow my line all the way around just to apply this vinyl, and hopefully I don't have to do any trimming. You know what, I think I'm gonna take it a little bit over the edge and use my edge trimmer just in case I'm not so exact. So I'm going to take my time, and I'm just going to fold this all the way around. All right, so now that we have our vinyl wrapped all the way around, it is nice and flat. I'm just going to take my cup edging tool here and just press really firmly and go all the way around the tumbler. And I normally like to go 2 times just to get some pressure going. And we're going to remove the excess. And we're left with a clean, smooth line. So now that we have our bottom edge cut, everything is nice and smooth. I did go ahead and just tape off this V portion just using some electrical tape, and I taped off the top portion. So now we're going to get ready to apply our glitter. However, to apply glitter, I do want to match my base layer to kind of match my glitter. So this is what we're going to do. So here I just have a little bit of acrylic paint. It's just that Craft Smart paint from Michaels or Hobby Lobby. And I mixed some white and some yellow. And the glitters that we're going to be using is Capella by PDB, and just a Girl Boss glitters. It's called Platinum Blonde. It doesn't have to be this color because I think this company is discontinued. But you guys, going into the 23 and then 23 season and 22 season, my motto is to use what I have. So this is what I'm doing. So I just wanted to kind of mute this glitter just to kind of make it kind of match the sun portion that we have here. So I'm just going to take any regular brush. It doesn't have to be anything special. And I'm just going to apply this color here in this open area. And I may have to do 2 coats, but we'll see. All right, makers, it did take at least 2 coats of the acrylic paint just to get the color and the tone that I wanted it to have. Off camera, I did mix a little of the Speedy Petey Speed Dry Epoxy from Mr. Nola's Glitter just so I can get this tumbler up and running. So I did apply that off camera. So now we're going to get ready to apply our glitter. So like I said, I'm going to be using Capella by PDB. And Girl Boss glitters just as, you know, any silver. It's like a holographic silver. It's really pretty. And I went ahead and just mixed some in a cup just to give it the color that I kind of going for. Just no formula. I just mix a whole bunch. If I don't use it all, I can always use it for another project. So as I said before, we have our glitter already mixed. Everything is taped off. So now we're going to apply the glitter. So once again, if you don't have colors that you want, make your own. You know, I was looking for this kind of mustard, kind of yellow color, and I think it's the color that I want. All right, so now that we have this color applied, y'all know I'm always a little extra, so it's good. It's good to be extra sometimes. So now I'm gonna take Royce. This is by Radioactive Glitter. It's kind of like all these little different, I don't know, shades of prettiness. So I'm gonna take my hairspray here, my White Rain hairspray. I'm gonna give the tumbler a light spray. And I'm just gonna use my fingers. I think this is just some dimension up here. Not much. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little of this up here. And I always say I'm not gonna add a lot, but y'all, once I get going, I can't stop. All right, so before we roll this tumbler to get it flat, I'm going to take a regular damp paper towel, baby wipe, and go over my vinyl just to make sure I'm not, when I roll the tumbler, I'm not pressing any of this glitter into the vinyl. I want this vinyl to be nice and clean. All right, you always can give it another go around before you apply your epoxy. So now I'm going to take some wax paper here and just roll our tumbler. So once again, before I remove my tape, I did just go back over it with my baby wipe just to make sure I didn't have any glitter specks down here. And now we're going to get ready to remove this tape. My best part, I just love removing tape. Of course, when it doesn't want to come up. Oops. So makers, I think it is looking awesome so far. So since we did use the Speedy Petey, I'm thinking I can let this dry for at least 2 to 3 hours, and then I can seal this with a coat of matte clear. And I don't think I'm gonna add any glitter glue because the glitter is, you know, already kind of flat. I'm gonna probably add 2 thin coats of epoxy. All right, makers, so I did add 2 thin coats of epoxy just to get everything nice and smooth. I went over and sanded the top rim just to make sure I had no rough edges. So now, once again, I need for you guys to trust the process. So I am going to do the power wash, dome power wash technique on these yellow part just to give it some interest when I add the decals, everything looks the way I'm hoping it will look. So I'm going to add a charcoal gray and use the Dawn power wash method. So I'm going to do that outside. It's very cold and windy. I will definitely take you guys outside with me, but it's just too windy. So I'm going to do that technique and we'll be back for the next step. All right, makers, so I did add two thin coats of epoxy just to get everything nice and smooth. I went over and sanded the top rim just to make sure I had no rough edges. So now, once again, I need for you guys to trust the process. So I am going to do the Dawn power wash technique on these yellow part just to give it some interest when I add the decals, everything looks the way I'm hoping it will look. So I'm going to add a charcoal gray and use the Dawn power wash method. So I'm going to do that outside. It's very cold and windy. I will definitely take you guys outside with me, but it's just too windy. So I'm going to do that technique and we'll be back for the next step. All right, so I did battle the wind and go outside and do the Dawn power wash method. And y'all, I think I'm loving it. So once I revealed the other elements to this tumbler, you guys will get where I'm going from. But I'm thinking this charcoal gray along with this power wash method, this pulled into this, is going to make everything come together. So once again, trust the process. So I am going to give this one, I'm going to seal it with some matte clear spray paint, give it one thin coat of epoxy just to make sure this power wash method is sealed in. All right, makers, here is where I did not trust the process. So I know we originally went with the gray power wash. However, I saw that I had this vintage teal by Rustoleom. Y'all, it matches my vinyl, the teal in this vinyl perfectly. So I just used some acetone and just completely took off the gray power wash, applied this vintage teal, and I am good to go. So once again, I'm going to seal this in and with one coat of epoxy, and we'll be on to our next steps. All right, makers, so here we are after applying two thin coats of epoxy just to cover this power wash method in. I'm losing my words today. So, but I did want to tell you, while the epoxy was spinning, I went in and grabbed some Cardi Bling. This is my Girl Boss glitters. I don't think this company is no longer operating, but I just sprinkled some of this into the glitter just to give it some dimension because I thought the power wash and the glitter beneath it was just looking a little too plain, so I wanted to jazz it up as always. All right, so let's get into our decal. So in Design Space, I went ahead and used some, this is like some seafoam, kind of turquoise green. I think this really complements the green little florals and the adhesive vinyl. And I did an offset with that, and then I did a top layer of just regular silver metallic vinyl for my striping. And I found this little cute decal on Etsy. It's a sun phase, the celestial moon phase. And I thought that would be very cute. So I went ahead and cut that out about 3.25, 3.25. And I have some stars just for some extra decoration. So let's get into applying our vinyls. So first we're going to start our striping detail. And I think I'm going to start around the back. So we're going to start here, and then we're going to do this whole process the entire way around the tumbler. All right, so now that we have our striping detail applied, we're going to go ahead and apply the main decal. And I went ahead and I put it on some transfer paper so everything is ready to go. I am just going to eyeball it and just kind of make sure I get it in the center. All right, makers, so here's myself once again telling myself to trust the process. So as you can see, once I got this decal on here, it's not popping like I want it to. So I went back and just did a kind of a reverse offset and took out the silver parts and just left the teal parts. And so I'm going to apply this within here and see how it looks. All right, so we're trusting the process. Art makers, I think I am loving this better because I think everything is just pulling together. just having that there with just without the inset, it just was not popping. So we're gonna go through and apply these stars. All right, makers, so now that we have our decals applied, I think everything is looking really nice. So once again, I did want to be extra. I just added a smaller striping in the gray portion because I thought it was looking a little lonely. So I'm thinking that it's going to pull everything together. So once again, to finish up this tumbler, I'm going to seal all this in with a quick coat because I don't want all these little pieces moving anywhere with the little stars applied everywhere. And then I'm going to apply 2 thin coats of epoxy. Welcome back, makers. Welcome back. We are done with this tumbler, and I think it just turned out amazing. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. Just look at those colors. Look at those colors. Oh my goodness. I am so happy with this. So I think all of the colors that I chose and the vinyl that I chose, everything just married together really nicely, and I just could be more happy about how everything turned out. So once again, like I said at the beginning, I did not have a clear vision, but like I said, that is the beauty of tumbler making. It's just jump right in and just have fun with it and just create as you go. And I'm thinking that's definitely what I like to do. Just create as I go and just, you know, make everything kind of balanced, hopefully, and pull off an amazing tumbler at the end. So once again, if you have questions as to how I create this tumbler, please link those questions in the comments below, and I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. And once again, I will list everything that I use to the best of my ability as to how I created this tumbler in the description box below as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys, so definitely stick around for more tutorials from me. So makers, do not think that I forgot about our quote, motivational quote for today's video. And it is, becoming the best version of myself. Y'all, my motto for 2023 is just to push myself and my business to new limits. And I hope that this quote inspires you to do the same. And like I said, I just love bringing quotes at the end of my videos. It just brings me so much joy. So once again, makers, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like what you saw doing this tumbler tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel out. My channel is slowly growing, and you guys, I am so happy about all of that. So once again, into the next video, you guys keep creating, and most of all, stay blessed.